Hey, welcome back everybody, it's Wes. I thought what we might do in this video is take a final look at the website. There's a lot of new information on here and I think that it's worth taking a final look at. We did take a look at some of the monsters and the vocations yesterday at the end of the video yesterday, but this one's going to be a little bit quicker, not as long. So, we got some Dark Souls Firelink Shrine music here. Hopefully it's not too loud. And we're going to take a look at the main page here. So we got Dragon's Dogma 2 available March 22nd, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Steam. I just checked. My computer is not good enough to run Dragon's Dogma 2. I would need to upgrade my processor and graphics card. But at that point, you might as well just build a new computer, right? Set forth on your grand adventure, Arisen. So we've got some characters about the deep explorable fantasy world of Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is a single-player, narrative-driven action RPG that challenges players to choose their own experience. From the appearance of their Arisen, their vocation, their party, how to approach different situations, and more. We've seen a lot of that in the trailers lately. On your journey, you'll be joined by pawns, mysterious, otherworldly beings, in an adventure so unique you will feel as if accompanied by other players while on your own adventure. All of these elements are elevated further by physics technology, artificial intelligence, and the latest in graphics, made possible with the RE engine to create a truly immersive fantasy world in Dragon's Dogma 2. The story begins in an underground jail where I didn't know how to pronounce that because the first time I think I saw it, probably in a long time, if it ever, was in Elden Ring, when you have to go into the jails. And anyway, where the dragon's voice echoes in the fog of lost memories. Ascend, Arisen, and best me in accordance with the dogma of this world. That was a bad Grigori impression, but betwixt the domains of human and beastren, a hero must fulfill their forgotten destiny. What dogma does your heart see through your eyes? 'Tis a tale of one who shall slay the dragon and claim the throne. I just want to point out that... Oh, will you stop it, you silly McAfee? That it's criminal that this character here does not have elf ears. It's just screaming elf, but I digress. We've got an action game, vocations, which we looked at earlier, system. I don't know what this is. Oh, I guess it's just the everything in the game. Let's check it out, shall we? Pawns, companions devoted to serving the Arisen. Players will customize and take control of the Arisen. Human or beastren, your Arisen will lead a party of up to 3 different pawns throughout their journey. Players can customize their own main pawn, who will always accompany your Arisen and enter a covenant with up to 2 additional pawns from other players through the network. They just announced on Twitter, a friend of mine on Discord sent this to me, that you can only have one save file, just like the original game. So a lot of people are upset about that. I totally understand that. I guess it's just how their system is built with the game. Like it's tied to your user account or something like that, because it's tied to their network or something. So I guess they can't support more than one save file. Now, I don't know if that means you can only have... I'm assuming that it means, like in the original, you have one character, right? You can't have more than one character. You have your save, you have your character, and your pawn. What I don't know for sure is whether or not you have multiple save slots. Like if you wanted to go back in time to an earlier part of the game or something like that. I think if it's like the original, which everything points to this being basically the same as the original game, right? So if that's the case, then you don't get to pick your save. You're just it's just auto saving, and then you're manually saving, and whatever that is, it is what it is. So you can return to checkpoints in the original game, but that wasn't very far behind where you currently were. So there's not going to be a lot of jumping around in time because that probably screws with their network, and that's why they don't allow people to do that. So it's unfortunate, but it is kind of a pseudo online experience. Maybe they'll change it later. I hope that they hopefully we see a lot of upgraded, quality of life stuff as the game comes out. Over time, your pawn will become a worthy companion on your journey as they learn through their experiences, adventuring with you as well as with other players, which will be reflected on their behavior. Having a diverse team of pawns will allow for countless ways to play, while leading a sense of multiplayer community into this single-player adventure. So the thing that they mentioned before was that the elves don't speak the common tongue, I guess. So you would need a pawn that understands Elvish, which my characters are always Elvish. So if I can, I don't know, whatever. I guess they're not technically elves because they're arisen, but if it looks like an elf, isn't it an elf? I don't know. I like to think so. Got that arisen armor. Uh-huh. So is this the pawn? Receive raspberry. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting that as soon as possible. Which is a little weird because if I'm Elvish and my pawn is Elvish, wouldn't I presumably know? Maybe I've lost my memory or something, which that's probably the case in the game. So the Arisen, your character. I know there's maybe we'll do, if I can find another video. The one I saw on IGN was not very comprehensive, which is a little disappointing. So, when you see a character creator, you want to see the whole thing. Whenever the game comes out, I'm definitely going to take a look at making as many videos as I can, although I'm going to be obsessed with playing the game as well. So, travelers, merchants, soldiers, and other folk go about their daily lives, preoccupied by their own objectives and motives. They all exhibit different emotions. At times, they may lead you to a quest by approaching you and asking you a favor. If a pawn with knowledge of your current quest accompanies you, they can guide you on your way. So the thing that they changed in this game is that they said on IGN, they're claiming that there's no quest boards. So you're not going to the board to get a quest. They want you to go around and they want you to talk to people or have NPCs come and talk to you and be like, hey, my kid was taken by wolves. Can you go try to find him before they eat him, I guess. I love this shot. This is a great shot. Day and night. Night is very treacherous. There's limited fast travel. We've already kind of heard about that. You can ride on the carts, but they are only going to designated places. You can't tell them where to go. You can set up a camp, but you might be attacked by something if you do that. So there's a risk. There's a risk involved in basically everything. We got Vermund, the Human Kingdom, and Batal, which is like the desert. Oh, that's the actual city. I guess that's like the entrance to the city right there. That's neat. I didn't know that. So I guess this is where the rattlers are going to be. Those are the like stone lizards. that turn into balls or whatever. I love this shot. It's a good shot. Go back up to the top. Yesterday we took a look. We're looking at the monsters, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I was a little skeptical about the drakes, and I haven't mentioned that at all yet, but I'm coming around to their design. They're very strange looking, and I kind of like that. It's very kind of scary. You got this. What is it? Doulahan is a knight covered in spiritual purple flame. Looks kind of blue. Cradling his own head in his arm, he engages in deadly swordplay with a firm stance. In the dark, he transforms into black mist and stalks a living. So I'm wondering if this is replacing the Dark Knights that were in the first game. I hope not. I hope this is just a new enemy and the Dark Knights are still in the game. We have every reason to believe that everything is returning and new things are coming. Talos. So, for those that don't know, Dragon's Dogma is heavily inspired by, traditional role RPG, tabletop type of stuff. However, there's a huge inspiration with stop motion animation from the Ray Harryhausen days, which is why I love these games so much. So depending on what region you're in, it looks like there's going to be monsters specific to that area. This is what I was talking about earlier. So every region kind of has its evolution or version or what do you call it? Species or whatever. You know what I'm saying. So we've got characters. The dragon, which we don't know the name of yet as far as I'm aware. It could be Grigori. It could not. That looks awesome. I love that. So it looks like they put a lot into the NPCs. Looks like they updated it. So we've got Ulrika, Nadinia, Brant. I really like that voice actor. I think that they're doing a really good job. Disa, which I believe is... Okay, so the queen to the previous sovereign of Vermund. So she's trying to bring her son to take control of the kingdom. Manila. So another priestess, it looks like. Wilhelmina. Looks like her outfit changed. Maybe not. I guess we just didn't see the whole thing. Okay, proprietress of the Rose Chateau in Vermund's capital. Her patrons include many influential members of nobility and enigmatic women. She combines her enchanting charm with intelligence and open-mindedness. Oh, I didn't see... Everybody's got two pictures. Or I guess not everybody does. Cool. So that's Sven, the son of the queen. He is not party to his mother's conspiracies and is concerned with doing what is right. He has princely elegance, but his boyish sincerity sometimes turns to naivete. So he's just a kid who wants to do the right thing. Sounds like a pretty interesting dynamic between the two. Yeah, she does not look like Glyndwr, a young elf with an air of gentleness and timidity that is rare among the usually haughty elves. He is interested in the tools humans use and is fluent in human language. He despairs his lack of skill in archery, which is essential for an elven guard. So it looks like he's just kind of like a, just a Joe Schmo kind of guy. Sister of Glyndwr, she too hails from the elves' home. In the Forest Steps, a quiet, refined young woman with elegant manners. Due to her older brother's influence, she understands a few words of human language and is kind and welcoming to those of other races. Very nice. So it looks like I think there might be some more updates. If there are, I'll make another video, but I just wanted to take one last look at the website. There is some stuff on Twitter. If I feel like, that's worth talking about, I'll make another video on that. But thanks, everybody. I'm super excited. I'm getting the game on PlayStation 5. I haven't got the deluxe edition because I'm kind of like, do I want to do that? But apparently some of that stuff will be purchasable after the fact. You don't have to pre-order the game. I don't know that for sure, but I thought I would throw that out there. So thanks, everybody. Take care. I'll see you in the next one, all right?